What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Anyway, hey y'all. I'm on the inside. Um, and let me just preface this by saying, um, I was on the government medication and I was feeling like a zombie. You know, all them government antis do it, them antidepressants. It pulls all of your creativity out of you. It pulls all your joy, all of your, your expression and your love and your oomph of who you really are. A lot of creatives, they go on them because we, in our, mental illness, if you will, creatives are extreme. We're out there. You've seen it. You say stuff like, oh, they must be off their meds. Yeah, we have manic episodes. And let me say this about mental illness. I've said it before, I say it again. I will say it all the time. This world is one big mental hospital with differing degrees of illness. So remember, when you point your finger out at someone, 3 are pointing back at you. I recognize mine. Hey, I realize something's going on here, something wrong. And it started because of, and that's another story. It's a long story. This documentary is my story. It's the story of my life. And I've pretty much dedicated the next 3 years to filling in some blanks. I have the pictures. I have video clips from before, things that I've done, places I've gone, people I've seen, things, roles that I've played. But my next 3 years, I'm really delving into the intimate portrait of me. All these hats, all these lives, they call them past lives. But as far as mental illness is concerned, oh yeah, I accept mine. People call me crazy. I realize that, okay? I've been called crazy, but who hasn't? And really, the creatives, the great people, who have left their mark on the world, all been called crazy. So I made up a synonym. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm creative. I'm respectful and zealously youthful. Crazy. Anyway, I forgot why I went off on that tangent about being crazy. As far as decorating and making a house a home and livable and clean and really caring. Now, even though I've been on medication and off and on throughout my life, I've still been conscientious of, neatness and orderly. But when you're depressed, you don't give a fuck. That's when the dust piles up, the dishes, everything. You don't care. You don't care about yourself. You don't care about them dishes. You don't care about clutter. You don't care about shit. Okay? So a lot of times when you see people and usually they're clean and, and then all of a sudden, they probably depressed. They in that phase, that degree of mental illness. And we all express it, I say we, but in mental illness and some of the research and study that I've done, it might just be me, all of it being mental. Because with consciousness, without consciousness or mentality or mental, your mind, none of this is none of this can happen. Anyway, moving right along, I have a lot to say, and I intend, hopefully within the next 3 years leading up to my 60th in 2022, my 60th birthday, I intend to do a 6-day celebration, an extravaganza, if you will, my swan song. This will be a way of bringing family together, those who are friends, who are like family. I want to have a family reunion. I never had a family reunion before. I have a very small, limited, biological family, but a huge, extended family. I adopt myself into other people's family, or they adopt me. So 2022 is when I'll turn 60 in December. It's December 6th, and I intend to have a celebration. That's why I'm calling it extravaganza. I want those near and far to converge on LA, and we're going to party and have a good time, turn up and, and sightsee and break bread and, smoke on something and drink a little something and just have fun for 6 days. And bring the children, the grandchildren. I've tutored children ages 3 to 13. Those children are adults. I want to see them, their families, who they've gone on to marry, and, hear the things that they've been doing in their life. And that's in the next 3 years, Either be it through a interview or, them actually showing up at the party and surprise me. Ooh, I want to just have just a wonderful time. So that Tuesday on the 6th, we'll start, I think, with a trip to Disneyland. I want to go to Disneyland on my 60th. And then we'll do karaoke. We'll have dancing like I Love Chicago Stepping. We'll have performances. Like I said, we'll do tours and day trips and, and pamper and have a good time. And then I would love to have you all participate in the 70s, 80s party. That'll be on Saturday. And we dress in that era and listen to that music, when everything was wonderful. And then culminate on Sunday in all white or Sunday brunch. And then y'all go back home. But, details on that is forthcoming. That's 3 years away. And I'm not about last minute. So I'm getting my party planner, my entertainment, everything ready, locked in. So, and then we can all start saving our money so we can splurge and luxuriate and have a good time in 2022, December 6th through, I think, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 to the 11th. Okay. So I'm inside, and I was saying that I was off the government meds, and then I really cared. I started seeing the dirt and the grout and the stains, which I always did, and I kept it clean to a certain extent, but that OCD didn't kicked in. So I was kind of happy when I found out that pretty much I can have this place to myself. Through the years, there's had to be a necessity of roommates, and not always the best ones, Once again, we all got some. We all touched in the head. And the key is to live with someone who's crazy matches yours, or it's not going to work. I'm not the Felix Oscar odd couple. No, that doesn't work. You have to be with someone whose crazy matches yours. I've had roommates that maybe be well-intended, and they say, oh, we know it's your OCD, so you're more sensitive to this. No, I think regular motherfuckers, at a differing degree of illness, wouldn't like opening up the microwave and seeing where it looks like they put a grease bomb in there. I mean, grease from all the way around, top, bottom, sides. I don't know what was cooked, but I immediately lost my appetite. Now, if I was on government meds, I would have been a zombie, like, oh, well, whatever, and put my shit in there. But oh no, not with the OCD. Bathtub with footprint stains and, hair left in sink and, even down to not even turning the shower all the way off and letting water drip. Okay, yeah, I have OCD and that fucks with me. But I mean, let's keep it real. Some simple stuff, that's going to affect anybody, even with a very low degree of mental illness, okay? So I'm going to show you around my surroundings. I took almost an empty shell, or a shell that had some very antique and kind of beat up furniture in it. And I had that moved out, and then kind of filled in the gaps, if you will, with what was left here, which was 2 coffee tables, a black couch, and an older TV, which I don't really watch TV. I like DVDs, old DVDs, because I don't like commercials and all that programming that you get from watching those TV programs. Get that TV programs, that news. No news is good news. And especially when I'm off my medication, because I'm very empathetic and I feel deeply, I be crying all the time, especially off the meds. I mean, the tears are flowing freely, which is so okay. You know, I was here by myself for a while in this unit, and I was able to express myself completely and fully. You know, my manic episodes where I'm cleaning and talking and walking and, you know, aware. Oh yeah, crazy kick in, and I know exactly what's happening with me and why. Okay, it's from research and study and just learning myself and who I am. Know thyself. So I said earlier that I intended to launch my foundation here, which encompasses love, advocacy, and caring service to others. And in that caring service, it includes all that I love to do. The elderly, you know, animals. I was going to have, I'm a meetup organizer for small breed dogs, and I have my beautiful 14-year-old elder dog who is also my emotional support animal. She is going into her golden years, so I wanted to bring the fun to her, you know, have the doggies here. I have the best space to do it. So I was preparing for that, preparing to be the matchmaker, getting this inside together as the studio and lounge, and some other aspirations, you know, meetups, socials, you know, donation drives toward what it is that I intend to do, which is to help the world and change the world and make my mark, you know, and my imprint, you know, and let people know who I am and what I'm about. So I'm going to show you, once again, taking an empty shell and using the 3 B's: barter, budget, and barter, budget. Oh, it's another B. Barter, budget, and bargain. That's the other word. Barter, budget, and bargain. So then you all know, as far as Miss Sheila's School of Distinction, it's not necessarily a place, I see, but it's a concept. Ghetto fabulous. Take what you have, go to the 99-cent store, wherever, and make your surroundings beautiful, luxurious, even when you're living in the hood. I've always had this concept where the outside can be fucked up because it's pretty much nothing you can do about that other than take it into your own hands. But who wants to pay gardeners and, you know, do all this stuff that the landlord or the owner really needs to be doing? But sometimes you have to kick in with that too. It just depends on your budget and find a bargain. So the inside, I kind of made it into my own little sanctuary. You know, it helps when you have mental illness to be in beautiful surroundings, to see beauty at whatever degree you have. Beauty, luxury, you know. You may not live in a nice home or a nice community, but within your control, do what you can to beautify it. So let's go through. I do not own the content of the music playing in the background, but I sure love it. Y'all know me. Babyface was my first R&B male crush back in the 80s. And I used to be up in them clubs, baby, listening to his music, and certain songs would come on. And I'm like, that's it right there. That's the example. That's the example right there. Love. And so he has a song, I give good love. All of that he's going to do and give good love. I was like, damn, that's the kind of man for me. Still in my search, though. I feel at some point, maybe in the next 3 years, you know, my dreams and aspirations of the ideal mate, because I've been with some really great men. However, the ideal one for me is this. Ideally, he's tall, dark, and handsome. Why not? I'm tall, I'm dark, I'm handsome. Now this is the part that a lot of people are going to trip. Next thing, wealthy with lots and lots of money. Okay? I'm a caregiver. I used to have lots and lots of money when I was in corporate and, you know, clocking in, but those days are over. That ended in 2001. I've had a long career of corporate and clocking in and making money. Not a whole lot, but enough, you know, to have some things and travel and, you know, live a very content and comfortable life. My income right now is minimal. I'm fixed, you know. I've been off and on my medication. I've been off and on government assistance. I've did little side hustles. Y'all, I'm squinting now because my tummy is hurting. I recently had surgery the day after Memorial Day. That's another story in itself. This healthcare system is fucked up. They have us ghetto or poor or inner city people at their mercy, you know. I've had good insurance. Kaiser, you know, once again, working for corporate, you get that insurance, but you pay for it. But when you get in a position where you don't have the resources and funds, you're at the mercy of they, whoever the fuck they is. So I had frivolous surgery. I went in with some stomach pain, gas, bloating, nausea, vomited a couple of times. Next thing I know, my whole entire gallbladder was gone. And then they saw on the ultrasound a mass on my fallopian tube. Should we take that too while we're in there? I was asked. Under duress, pain, I don't know. It's like, oh my God, they think, oh, you may have a block on your from your gallstones, and you know we got to get it out. I'm like thinking, oh shit, I just need to do a cleanse, like a colon cleanse. I can go get my CQLS, my lemon, and my olive oil, but I'm in pain. They say, oh, we got to get that thing out tonight or tomorrow. Come to find out it was inflammation. Yeah, I had an inflamed gallbladder, which I don't have gallbladder now, but I sure have pain from that surgery, boy. I understand why the elderly be old, crotchety, and they have attitudes, and they're hard to be around, and they're always with their face twisted up. It's because they're in pain. Because I know right now, because of my empathy, I'm experiencing it, and I'm upset because others experience it. And a lot of the elderly, especially women with Alzheimer's, they can't really express it. So you get upset and you abandon them. You stop coming around. They don't see you. They don't use it, and they lose it. But more on that, you know, later, because it's getting really warm and I'm in pain. I may have to stop here because the pain is intense. Since I've had the surgery, I've been down, y'all. I've been trying to rock and roll and do like I do. You know, quick thinking, fast moving, and getting this place together, and still going out and doing other things. But I had the pain in the back. You know, I've had that since being a teenager. But because of the surgery in the front and that additional pain, now the back is more intense. So I'm fucked up in the back and the front, y'all. And I done broke out in a sweat. And, you know, I attempt to see from the end, which is being healthy and strong and viable. You know, being able to work. Now I understand when the elders say, oh, I'm hanging in and I'm going through. That's exactly where I am, y'all. I'm hanging in and I'm going through. I have this this party, the 60th. I was supposed to do this on my 50th, but I was taking care of my other mama. And she got ill. She was in the hospital the last 6 months of her life. The last 6 months of her life. I was right there, still taking care of her, still going, combing her hair, making sure her mouth was clean, range of motion. There's video clips of me at the hospital with her, you know, pictures showing that I just, you know, combed her hair. And that was a hard way to go. I met that mama actually when I was 17 years old. Her son was, you know, my high school sweetheart, or right out of high school. And I have a story to tell as far as that's concerned too. So we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it.